You think you know me?
I'm Michael Cole. This is JB Allen. We welcome you to Portland, Oregon. It's been a long time since we've come to Portland, and it's great to be back.
The Rose City's going to get its face rocked tonight, and I, for one, can't wait.
And neither can these fans. We better get started, or we might have a riot on our hands.
You feel like a jerk when someone counters you like that.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars.
Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago. What a reversal.
Nice quick counter there.
Oh! Regardless of how you personally feel about Matt Hardy, you've got to respect his drive, his energy, and his passion for this business.
Yeah, but that will only take you so far. You've got to have the physical skills to match that.
He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion.
Edge is such a jerk. I'm amazed that he still has a job on Raw after some of the stuff he's pulled.
Maybe Edge doesn't have the best attitude in the world, but he is a heck of a competitor, no doubt about it.
That may be true, but I'm not a fan of the way he's been winning his matches lately. And I don't think these fans are either.
Instead of pandering to the fans, you should really keep your head in the match.
Come on, you're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd and use that energy to win the match.
Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit between them. You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Hey, you got to be in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You know that if you actually ever step between those ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
You know, I'm going to replace you with somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand sometimes, but at least he knows what it's like to wrestle a match. When I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
I didn't say I'm not disappointed.
Oh, his opponent is groggy, and he's making the most of it.
Execution. Big move. I've been looking forward to this match all night.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you got that kind of hype, it's tough to live up to expectation, but these superstars aren't having any trouble doing that.
They sure aren't. And that's an impressive thing in and of itself.
He made his opponent look like a chump with that counter. Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Hey, that's pretty insightful for a guy who's never wrestled a match in his life.
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel the disappointment radiating off them. It's not a pretty sight. I think he's through playing around.
That's an understatement. What a wicked execution. On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it.
3.
You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out. This superstar is all fired up. And so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah? Well, one mistake and we're going to see that fire put out pronto.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle. An injured superstar is like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
That's absolutely right. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponents think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
No disrespect, but when is Matt Hardy just going to pack it in and call it a day?
I don't think you're ever going to see that from Matt Hardy. He's simply got too much passion and determination.
Edge is so quick and so that isn't going to make you popular, but he's going for the cover.
We've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can.
Of course he will. That's what you got to do to survive in this business. Look at these superstars go. It's obvious that they've done their homework on each other.
That's for sure. This match might have been over by now if they hadn't.
90% of a match is in the preparation. You got to come in ready for battle. Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a thrill like this anywhere else.
And that's because you're not going to see athletes like the WWE superstars anywhere else, Cole.
You certainly aren't. The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this down the middle.
Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there. There isn't an ounce of quit in these superstars.
There certainly isn't. They're in this one to the bitter end.
This match proves without a doubt why SmackDown's the dominant brand in sports entertainment. That's a smart move right there, making use of that exposed turnbuckle.
It's a surefire way to take the fight out of your opponent, that's for sure. I think we might be looking at the...
This could be big, but it could backfire.
Night after night, the WWE superstars never fail to amaze the fans.
And that's a good thing. I don't even like to think about where we'd be if they didn't.
Well, we wouldn't be sitting here calling this match, that's for sure. Did you see that? What a desperate maneuver.
You know what they say, it's all legal till you get caught. He could get the pin right here.
2.
I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the back. Look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum.
These superstars give everything they've got when they're in a match like this, but a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes, too.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else in your life.
And for a lot of guys, their WWE career is their life. That's why you see so much passion for what they do in the ring.
And that's something you won't see anywhere else. With all due respect to every athlete and entertainer out there, no one gives as much of themselves to their fans as the WWE superstars.
So, have you got any predictions about who's going to win this one?
No way. I've seen you embarrass yourself with enough bad guesses that I'm not going to risk doing the same. Matt Hardy says that he will not die, and we're seeing that determination here tonight in this match.
You know, maybe Hardy should worry more about trying not to lose. Seems to me that's where he could use the most work. It's crazy to think that we actually get paid to do a job like this. Wow, did you see that? He's been busted wide open.
After that last shot, I'm not surprised. I hope the referee doesn't let this go on too much longer.
What are you, nuts? The match is getting good now. Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think he could pin his opponent right here.
2, 3.
This capacity crowd is certainly getting its money's worth here tonight.
And it's a good thing, too. If they're not buying tickets, we're not getting... Now, there's a superstar with guts. These top rope moves, though, are high risk. As long as these superstars have got anything left in the tank, they'll keep going at it.
They certainly don't look like they're going to give anything less than 100% here tonight. These superstars have proven time and again. Oh my, he's taking his opponent for a very uncomfortable ride here.
That's one of those moves that hurts just looking at it. I don't think there's anything Edge wouldn't do to get what he wants, and that's what I like about him.
That's funny, because that's exactly what I can't stand about Edge. He might be a great competitor, but he's a lousy human being.
So you're telling me you'd rather watch a guy who does everything by the book and cares more about the rules than about winning?
I'd rather watch a superstar who had some sense of sportsmanship, some sense of decency, yes. How can you applaud a man who doesn't care about anyone but himself?
Because those are the guys who win. Edge is only out for himself, and I respect the fact that he's honest about that. It's so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed.
He wasted no time going for that pin.
2, 3.
Anyone who thinks this business is a piece of cake should get into the ring with these superstars.
I don't think anyone would last too long against them. These are trained WWE professionals.
If there's a more overrated superstar on the SmackDown roster than Matt Hardy, I couldn't tell you who it is.
Overrated? Hardy's a multiple-time tag team champion, a former cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, but to hear him talk, he's the second coming or something. And if you ask me, he's just second rate. We've seen some pretty good back and forth here, but you don't see too many matches end that way.
No, you don't. And I think we'll see one superstar dominate the match before it's over.
Oh, man, I don't envy that referee. That takes some serious skill to execute your opponent's signature move like that. There's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears shed in that ring over the years.
And if these superstars have their way, there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
That's for sure. Even me, a former WWE champion, has had his share of injuries over the years. The refs got a tough job trying to keep these superstars on the up and up.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two big moves.
Look, if you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I am going to regurgitate.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match. If you did, you'd know that you got to do whatever it takes to win. I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, because it sure ain't from personal experience. Boy, this is not the way I thought this match was going to go at all.
And that's what makes the WWE so exciting. The unpredictability of the superstars. You never quite know exactly what you're going to see.
I know I say this a lot, but it ain't ballet. You step between those ropes, you better be prepared to take some punishment.
And to dish some out as well. I don't think I've ever seen a superstar win a match by being a tackling dummy. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That's not necessarily the case. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience.
That's ridiculous. When I hit someone with the clothesline from hell, they stayed down, period.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner. I don't think there's a superstar on the roster with as much drive and determination as Matt Hardy, and these fans certainly react to that.
Yeah, well, they might react even better to a win every now and then, if you ask me.
Well, excuse me, but I didn't hear a bell. This match is still going on last I checked.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is. What do you think the highlight of it has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little later in the match when you shut your Oh, man, whether you like this superstar or not, you got to have a little sympathy right now.
I have to agree with you, partner. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
Oh, man, someone's going to need an aspirin or 10 after this match.
The exposed steel of that uncovered turnbuckle certainly won't do you any favors.
Even when it's got a cover on it, the turnbuckle is not something you want to be driven into head first.
And this one doesn't even have a cover. The steel of that turnbuckle is complete. Come on, ref, ring the damn bell. You can't let him get away with that.
Hey, it isn't how you play the game. It's whether you win or lose.
There's the cover. Can he do it?
2, 3.
I've got to admit it, I'm impressed by these superstars' performance here tonight.
We were expecting a solid match from these superstars, but this is even better than I'd hoped.
Here's your winner and still the World Heavyweight Champion, Edge.